I love morning routines. I love everything about it, the philosophy, the mentality behind it, and how it's supposed to create a concrete framework of how you can start your day and you can kill it and you can be as productive as possible so that all the goals that you've been obsessing about get completed in a valuable and good amount of time. Everything. Waking up early on this set time and working out first thing and going for a walk and meditating first thing in the morning, and then maybe even having like another whole routine in the afternoon and evening, right? Everything about routines I love. But I think it is a total waste of time if you are just starting out and you haven't figured out the basics of how you can sustain yourself. These are the reasons why, and I hope by the end of this video I can make you more focused. I can clear up a few things for you so that you can focus on what's really important, and once you have completed that task or that goal, now it'll be much easier for you to sustain a routine that you actually enjoy day to day. So let's dive straight in. Firstly, beginning with, when I say just starting out, I mean for the young guys who are maybe just in high school, they're young, they're just getting out of a job, and you really want to figure out this thing called life. You want to figure out how you can free yourself, how you can gain some individuality, some control over your life, and some sovereignty. So you've just started out. Maybe your first step is going to the gym and building physiques and doing all these things, and you have a job on the side you're working on, making a little bit of money. Whatever your situation is, this video really applies to people who aren't making more money than about, let's say, $5,000, $6,000 a month, excuse me. The average income in Australia is about $1,300, $1,000 a week. That gets you to about $4,000 nearly a month after taxes, whatever, and that's just barely enough to scrape by. What I'm trying to get at is, if you're in this situation, you're a young student, you're in university, you just graduated university, you never went to university at all, but you're working a job, you're making some money, not enough to be wealthy and super comfortable, enough that you can get by and you live relatively comfortably. If you're in this situation, morning routines, evening routines, whatever routine that you have, I think is a waste of time. And the reason is this. We need to realize one of the many reasons why you probably clicked on this video is because you have a morning routine and it just hasn't worked. And I raise my hand and say this: yes, I've been obsessed with morning routines and it has never worked. It has never stuck, because we are going day to day trying to survive. We have goals for ourselves. Maybe you're paying for the gym, you're paying to eat healthy, right? You're paying for this, you're going out once a week to stay sane, right? On top of this, you have shifts, you're going to work at certain time. The morning routine part becomes, it's not something that you can rely and trust on, because one night you get called into work and you have to stay late, and now you can't wake up early, right? You sacrifice your sleep, or you do wake up early and you feel like total crap, right? Or you go on a camping trip, or like you don't have money, or you're going through. What I'm getting at is, you have so much bullshit happening in your life. We have so many things happening in our lives that are out of our control. We have not put finances under our control. We have not put our current employment situation, our occupation, our whatever that we're doing under control. It's not under our control. We're working for somebody else, right? You're getting paid a set amount, an hourly rate. These things are out of our control. And so what happens is, you create this morning routine for yourself, and sometimes shit gets tough, man. Sometimes you don't have enough money and there's this bill that came along and you're like, holy shit, how do I pay it? You're trying to pay rent, eat healthy, and pay for the gym at the same time. What happens is, sometimes shit gets overwhelming and your mental health takes a hit and you don't wake up in the morning anymore and you don't stick to it. It becomes easy to lose the reason why you started in the first place, to lose that motivation. I'm telling you this because I've gone through it, and I don't want you to go through it, and I am no longer going through it with this one technique, and it is really simple. Drop morning routines until you are making enough money that you are above comfortable. We need to decide what that is. Right now, I am living on about $300 a week, and that gets me by. That's my comfortable life. I stress about money still, and I can't pay for this, and I have to save pennies on the dollar, and I can't go out on the weekends. Yeah, but I can survive. Life-changing money for me in this current stage would be $1,000 a week. If I made $1,000 a week, I would be above comfortable. I would have enough extra money that I can just spend a week and spoil myself. So be brutally honest. Do you really need to make $20,000 a month to be comfortable when you're a kid living with your parents and you're only paying for the gym and healthy food and protein shakes? Like, let's be brutally honest. Cut out the bullshit. I'm living $300 by myself at this home. I'm not paying rent. I'm not paying anything else. I'm paying for my gym. I'm paying for this and that and food and survive, that kind of stuff. And I can get by right now. $1,000 would be life-changing for me right now without inflating my current lifestyle. If I was to just focus, instead of focusing on this morning routine and feeling bad about not waking up, and or you wake up and you're not productive at all and you just don't do anything and you wasted instead of worrying and opening up a can of worms, a Pandora's box, and fucking dealing with all these possible problems in the future, what if we disregarded everything and just focused solely on, let's break that per week income barrier so that I can release this stress off my shoulders and focus. I can live better. I can live comfortably, and now I can focus on a morning routine without being as stressed about money. How are we going to do this? Now, if you have a dream morning routine and you want to make that happen, you cannot make that happen if you increase your income and your survival needs through a job. If you get a promotion, increase your sales, if you get paid more through a job, naturally your routine has to align with that job. There is a certain time that job needs you to be there and to leave. So that naturally you will maybe wake up at 6 and you might go to sleep at 10, for example. You can't be insane and wake up at 2 a.m. and go to bed at 5 p.m. because you'll be working. So your morning routine needs to adapt to that. So if you have a dream morning routine, man, my morning routine is I am on the beach, I wake up and I go for a swim first thing, I go for a run, then I have my coffee and I read, I come back deep work, if that's your dream routine, what you need to realize is you cannot achieve it if you are only increasing your income through a job. What we need to do is increase your income in some other way, a business, a service, a product, whatever it is. The video isn't about that, but rather to shine light that you're focusing on creating a morning routine that's not even sustainable. It's not sustainable. It's not your dream routine. And if you run out of money, you have to sacrifice your morning routine for money. What if we just made the money and we were living comfortably to a brutally honest level, not fucking thousands of dollars a month. Maybe it's just $5,000 a month is enough for you. Maybe it's even $4,000 a month. It's enough for you. If we just broke that veil, now suddenly we don't have to worry about this. Now, what if we broke that veil again with a business or some sort of service or product that you provide? Now you can create your dream routine around that thing that you are providing, because when you're the one providing it, it's flexible. You decide when you want to start and when you want to finish. So now you can build a dream routine around the kind of work that you're doing and have everything aligned with it so that you'll never skip out on a morning routine day, because it's sustainable. It's sustainable. You don't have a boss calling you early for work or telling you to stay late so that you miss out the next day on your morning routine. You have complete control over your finances and the decisions you make and where you work and how you work. So your morning routine is suddenly more sustainable for a much, much longer period. This advice comes from a personal experience I've had. For the past 4 to 5 years, I've been obsessed with morning routines and I've been failing. I always make routines and I fail. I always make routines and I fail. I obsess about them. When I write my goals down, I do create a morning routine, and it has wasted so much time. It has wasted so much fucking time for me that I could have put on the real goal which is make enough money so that I don't have to be in survival mode anymore. And when I can just not be in survival mode anymore, I can adapt my morning routine to my work. Does that make sense? So if you're in the same situation, similar situation, drop the morning routine, brother. Drop it all and focus on the one thing that's going to allow you to have a sustainable and a viable morning routine in the future. It's so easy when you want to be successful to get obsessed about these habits and self-improvement habits, the top 10 tips that will provide you with income and productivity, when they are just gimmicks. They are wasting your time. They should only be done when you have broken the need for day-to-day survival, when you don't have to worry about money and eating and shelter and rent and electricity anymore. You can focus on meditating daily and doing yoga daily and hitting the ice baths and saunas daily if you want to increase your income. If you want to, incorporate that into your morning routine. Like for example, man, I was in Thailand and I was, trying to live the digital nomad life and working on my YouTube, releasing videos. You can go into the history of my YouTube channel to last year during the middle of the year, and I have videos in Thailand, right? And I was obsessing again. I'm in Thailand. My morning routine should be: I wake up, I go to the beach, I swim, I do my ice bath and my sauna and my workout. I had this dream, but man, I was saving pennies on the dollar. I was saving how much Thai baht I was spending. I was stressing about money. There were days I couldn't afford to pay for the gym because I didn't have enough money. So my morning routine never stuck. For that 6 months, my morning routine never stuck. I never did it. Because again, I was surviving. You don't have time for morning routines if you're surviving, dude. So if you're surviving and you want to improve yourself and, self-improvement and everything, you got to realize half of these, even the good habits, are wasting your time. Wasting your time. Wasting your time. If you can just get rid of that survival need, then everything else becomes so much easier. You have time and brain energy to think about these things. You don't have that when you're worrying about money, how to make enough money, how am I going to pay rent next week, and what if, I get into a car accident and I need to pay this insurance. You can't live every day knowing that tomorrow, if you get an accident, you cannot pay for it and you'll be homeless. You can't have a morning routine thinking about that, dude. Come on, man. So I hope I can save you from wasting so much time just by following this little technique. Hope you enjoyed that, man, and I hope that was valuable. Have a good one.